Good morning. Today we discuss regarding wire and tube drawing. So drawing is an operation in which cross-sectional area of a bar or a tube is reduced or changed in shape by pulling it through a converging die. So in that case, the dies are usually tapered. The drawing process is somewhat similar to extrusion, except that in drawing the bar is under tension, whereas in extrusion it is under compression. So that is the basic difference between the drawing operation and the extrusion operation. In drawing, so bar it is under tension. In extrusion, the bar or the material it is subjected to compression. So although drawing applies tensile stresses, compression also plays a significant role since metal is squeezed as it passes through die opening. So rod and wire drawing are generally finishing process and the product is either used as produce or is further processed into other shapes such as by bending or machining. Rods are used for various applications such as small pistons, structural members, shafts, spindles, and as raw material for making fasteners such as bolts and screws. Wire and wire products have a wide range of applications such as electrical wiring, electrical equipments, cables, springs, fencing, welding electrodes, shopping carts. So wire diameter may be as small as 0.025 mm. So concept of wire involves pulling the wire, rod or bar through a die or converging channel to decrease cross sectional area in increase the length. In majority of the cases, the cross section is circular, although non-circular cross sections may be drawn or created by drawing operation. So generally in this operation, drawing operation, the die it is converging or it is also called the taper die that is used, and the material it is pulled through this die by reducing its cross sectional area. In a comparison to rolling, drawing offers much better dimensional control, lower capital equipment cost, and extension to small cross sections. And in comparison to extrusion, drawing offers continuous processing, lower equipment cost, and extension to small cross sections. So these are the advantages of drawing operation over rolling and extrusion operation. So large quantities of wires, rods, tubes and other sections are produced by drawing process, which is basically a cold working process. So this process it is known as cold working process. But in some cases this process it is carried out at elevated temperatures to reduce the forces. So that material it is heated below its recrystallization temperature. In this process, the material is pulled through a die in order to reduce it to the desired shape and size. So at the bottom, there is a die on which material it is pulled from one end, and die it is a converging. In a typical wire drawing operation, once the wire is gripped and pulled to pass through the opening of the die, its diameter reduced to the desired one. So there are two types of wire drawing processes. Fine wire drawing, so the diameter having less than 0.1 mm that you can make, and ultra fine wire drawing typically refers to round wire as fine as 0.0025 mm in diameter. So this is a diagram of wire drawing operation. So initial wire stock that you can see at the left hand side, and there are at the bottom there are the capstan drums that is used to hold multiple loops of wire, and in between two capstan drums there is a die that is called a drawing die that is placed. So die, it is usually a taper, and at the behind of the die there is a lubricant box for the lubrication purpose. The capstan drums that are rotating, and the wire it is pulled from one end, that is from the right hand side. Now this is a die. So this is a reduced diameter wire, it is shown at the right hand side, and at the left hand side there is a wire stock or the bar stock. So drawing of bar, rod and wire. So same die that is used, that is called a draw die. So you can see the another diagram of the drawing die. So various elements that are shown on this die. On a left hand side there is a entry portion, then it is followed by approach, then there is a bearing surface that is called the land, and the back relief. So this is an enlarged view of the die. So material that is passed from the left hand side. So first it is the wire, it is pointed, and then it is inserted from the left hand side, and from right hand side it is pulled to reduce its diameter. So the major processing parameters. So first it is a die, that is an important element that is required in drawing operation. So four regions of the die can be distinguished. First is the entry, then the approach angle, then the bearing surface and back relief, as shown in a previous diagram. Entry, approach, bearing surface and back relief. The entry region is usually a bell-shaped mouth that does not contact the work. Its purpose is to funnel the lubricant into the die and prevent scoring of work and die surfaces. The approach is where the drawing process occurs. It is a cone shape with an angle normally ranging from about 6 degree to 20 degree. The proper angle varies according to work material. The bearing surface or land determines the size of the final drawn stock. And finally, the back relief is the exit zone. So these are some important elements of the drawing die. Then the die material. So generally tool steel and carbides that are used as a die material. High carbon steel, alloy steel, CU and CU alloy that are used for wires. Aluminum and aluminum alloys that are used for the screws and bolts, shaped parts, electrical lines. Then the die angle. Die angle is crucial for success of withdrawing operation, based on the fact that the frictional work increases with decreasing die angle, and redundant work increases with increasing die angle. Then there is another elements, lubrication method. So lubrication, it is required in drawing operation. So there are types of lubrication methods. The wet drawing, in which the die and the rod is immersed completely in the lubricant. Dry drawing, in which the surface of the rod to be drawn is coated with lubricant by passing it through a box filled with the lubricant. So in a wet drawing, the both, that is die as well as rod, it is immersed completely in the lubricant. In a dry drawing, only the surface of the rod to be drawn, it is coated with the lubricant. Then metal coating, in which the rod and wire is coated with soft metal such as copper or tin that acts as a solid lubricant. Mostly various kinds of mineral and vegetable oils, animal fats, graphite, soap and certain emulsions are applied as a drawing lubricant. So principle of the process of the wire drawing. So wire drawing die is a conical shape. The end of the rod or wire which is to be further reduced is made into a point shape and inserted through the die opening. So generally it is a cold working process. In this process, the workpiece it is pulled through the tapered hole in a die so as to reduce the diameter. At the start of the wire drawing, the end of the rod or wire is pointed, then it is passed through the die orifice and it is pulled behind the die. This end is gripped by the jaws of the plier and it is pulled and it undergoes deformation. The wire is pulled sufficiently so that its end can be attached to the power reel. After that, the reel rotates at proper speed and pulls the wire through the die. The wire is continuously wound on the reel. Now for getting the fine wire, the material may be passed through the number of dies, receiving successive reductions in diameter before being coiled. Such successive drawing in general requires driving rolls between the dies. So this is a flow chart of the process of wire drawing process. At the top there is a rolled coils, then cleaning operation, descaling operation, then annealing operation it is done to increase the ductility. Then some it is passed through the lubrication and then the drawing operation. So lubrication involves the oil and grease for wire drawing, then the oils for wet or wire drawing, soap for dry wire drawing, and for descaling remove scale causing surface defects. So this is a process chart of the wire drawing operation. So this is a drawing equipment. Wire drawing is accomplished on a machine called a draw bench consisting of an entry table, die stand carriage and exit rack. The carriage is used to pull the stock through the draw die. It is powered by hydraulic cylinder or motor driven chains. So this is a working principle. So wire drawing is done on a continuous drawing machines that consist of multiple draw dies separated by accumulating drums between the dies. Each drum called a capstan. Already we have seen the diagram. There are the capstan drums. So that drum it is called a capstan is motor driven to provide proper pull force to draw the wire stock through the upstream die. It also maintains the modest tension on the wire as it proceeds to the next draw die in the series. Each die provides a certain amount of reduction in the wire so that the desired total reduction is achieved by the series. It is depending on the metal to be processed and the total reduction. Annealing of the wire is sometimes required between the groups of dies in the series. Now advantages of wire drawing: close dimensional control, improved mechanical properties such as strength and hardness, and adaptability to economical batch or mass production. Some applications: drawing is usually performed as a cold working operation. It is most frequently used to produce round cross sections, but square and other shapes also can be drawn. So wire drawing is an important industrial process providing commercial products such as electrical wire and cable, wire stock for fences, rod stock to produce nails, screws, rivets, springs. These are some applications of drawing operation. So this is a wire drawing process. Now the bar drawing. So bar drawing usually involves the stock that is too large in cross section and hence must be drawn straight. Round bar stock may be 1 to 10 centimeter in diameter or even larger. Accomplished as a single draft operation, the stock is pulled through one die opening. So beginning stock has large diameter and is a straight cylinder. So the diagram, it is a hydraulically operated draw bench for drawing metal bars. So you can produce the bars by drawing operation. So reduction in area is usually restricted to 20 to 50% because greater reductions would exceed the tensile strength of the material depending on its ductility. To achieve a certain shape and or size, multiple passes through progressively smaller dies or intermediate annealing may be required. So you can see in a diagram, there is a carriage that is on a left hand side and there is a die. So, and the raw material that is on a right hand side, that is in the form of bar stock, and with the help of carriage, the material or the bar stock, it is pulled through the die, and that pulling, it is done by hydraulic mechanism. Then next is tube drawing. So tubes produced by extrusion or other processes such as shape rolling. Also tubes can be reduced in thickness or diameter by tube drawing. The shape of the tubes can be changed by using dies and mandrels with various profiles. So tube drawing is also similar to wire drawing, except that a mandrel of appropriate diameter is required to form the internal hole. So this operation, it is similar to wire drawing operation, but to get a tube, the mandrel it is used to produce a appropriate diameter. Here three arrangements are shown in figure A, that is floating plug, then the fixed plug and a moving mandrel. So it is classic tube drawing, it is classified as fixed plug, moving mandrel and floating plug. Fixed plug drawing. So this is the oldest tube drawing method. Fixed plugs drawing, also known as stationary mandrel drawings, uses a mandrel at the end of the die to shape the ID of the tube, that is internal diameter of the tube. This process is slow and the area reductions are limited, but it gives the best inner surface finish for any of the processes. So you can see in a diagram, there is a plug that is fixed at the end of the die and material, it is pulled over the plug, providing the diameter, inside diameter in a material, forming the tube. Then floating plug drawing operation. Floating plug drawing are known as floating mandrel drawing, uses a mandrel that is not anchored whatsoever to shape the ID of the tube. So in this case, the mandrel, it is not fixed as like in a fixed plug drawing operation. The mandrel is held in by the friction forces between the mandrel and the tube. So the greatest advantage of this, that it can be used on extremely long lengths, sometimes up to 1000 feet. The disadvantage is it requires a precise design, otherwise it will give inadequate results. So this process is often used for oil tubing. So this is a diagram for the floating. So floating plug that is shown in a die and it is not fixed. moving mandrel drawing. It is the process that draws the tube with a mandrel inside the tube. The mandrel is drawn with the tube, moving mandrel. Tubes as large as 30 meter in diameter can be drawn. The advantage is that the mandrel defines the ID and the surface finish. The disadvantages are that lengths are limited by the length of the mandrel, usually no more than 100 feet. So this is a moving mandrel. It moves along with the tube. So it is called a moving mandrel. So the length of the tube, it is limited due to the moving mandrel. So the mandrel, it is drawn with the tube. So for that it is called a moving mandrel. So due to the length of the mandrel, so there is a disadvantage. The length of the tube, it is limited due to the length of the mandrel. So it is usually not more than 100 feet. So you can see the diagram, another diagram. So also it is known as semi-floating mandrel drawing, is a mix between floating plug drawing and the fixed plug drawing. The mandrel is allowed to float at the end of the tube, but is still anchored. So this process gives similar results to the floating plug process, except that it is designed for multiple diameter of straight tubes. It gives better inner surface finish than the rod drawing. So this is regarding the wire, rod and tube drawing. Thank you.